Hi guys, hi everyone. Um, Nyangao, Nyangao, Nyanga. Good morning, good afternoon, depending when you're watching or from where you're watching. You're all welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be talking about how to maintain your job in the Gulf. Now, already I talk about anyway, before I go, let me do a little bit of introduction. I'm Nessa. I talk about the Gulf. I talk about Bahrain. So I put a lot of emphasis in Bahrain because I work and I live here, and I have little information about Bahrain. I follow news, daily tribute, so I have, some little information about Bahrain. But this video today is not even about the news or, this is, I think, general thing that we as human being we should know. But though some people are still lacking, because even the Bible says my people fail because of lack of knowledge. And there's even a word that says that as it's a crime, you're supposed to know. So for people who don't know, I will just glance about it and talk about it. So what I'm going to talk about today is how to maintain your job in the Gulf. But my title is how to maintain your job in Bahrain, or how can you maintain your job in Bahrain. There's a time that you're just going to be in your own space. You are working, you to get a job already is very difficult, and then God has blessed you, you have a job, and then from nowhere you see yourself losing this job, and you be asking yourself, but I've been doing my duties, I've been doing my thing, what is happening? How did I lose this job, and so on and so forth. Now let me tell you something. The first thing is that when you come to a company, right, like I always say that when you come to a Gulf, I always emphasize on the aspect of cleanliness and smelling good. You might be giving out the necessary information. You might be doing your tax, you might be doing the right thing, you might be putting in your best, your very best, to secure this job. But if you know or you don't know that you have maybe bad body smell, your mouth, body mouth odor and so on, this can even make you to lose your job. I really emphasize on the aspect of cleanliness, because I've had a colleague who lost her job because she wasn't having a good body smell. Now, I tried my possible means to tell her, as ladies, sometimes I feel telling somebody, the person is going to feel bad. So I cannot tell you directly. What I do is, I'll just be like, okay, let's go and get this roll-on. I think this roll-on is on sales, is good. I think let's get this body spray, is good. So I just bring it in a way that you're not going to really feel that this is what happened, So when she came to the company, and my boss was like, Van, you need to talk to this girl. I don't like the way she smells. So, he's telling me because he's a man and he cannot tell her. So he is expecting that me as a lady, I'll be able to talk to her and she will listen to me. You get? And she'll listen to me. So in another, I was scared to tell her, but I had to do my own little ways to make sure that I can, pass the information to her. So that's the first thing, the aspect of cleanliness. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is normally obeying the rules and the regulation of the company. 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? Okay. So we spoke about the issue of cleanliness and neatness. You need to smell good. That's one thing that can make you to keep your job. That's one thing that can make you to secure, because some bosses actually like coming to your place regularly. So they will come and they'll be like, no, this person is not smell well. They want people who smell well. So that's one of the things. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is obviously obeying the rules and the regulations of the company. These rules are made to, govern the company and allow it to rule, in a functional manner. So if you come to the company and you want to behave stubborn, you don't want to do this, this is another aspect that can make you to lose your job. Now, this does not only apply in the Gulf. This applies generally worldwide. This is something that applies worldwide. Because let's say you work in a company and the boss tell you that you need to come to work, let's say, you need to come to work 7 a.m. and you're coming 8, 9. You're not following the timing. that's another problem for you. That is not only a problem for you, but that's a problem to the entire company, because one late person in the company can make, the functional or the activity of the whole company to slow down. So you need to obey the rules and regulation of your company. Okay. And then most of the time we are even more older than our superior. Let's say we are older than our managers, we are older than our supervisor. Forget about the age. What you came here to do is to hustle, is to get money, right? What you came here to do is to hustle, get something for yourself and go back to your home country. Either to go back to your home country to make it more better, or to go back to go to another country that you can get the benefits. Because like I said, you as an individual who is just managing, you don't have a lot of advantages working in the Gulf, because you're not going to get a nationality. In order to get a nationality in Bahrain, it entails a lot. You need to stay here for a long period of time. You need to get properties that are worth millions of BD. So it's not easy. You're not going to always get this opportunity. So if you have the opportunity that, okay, you want to go back to your home country, or you get the opportunity that, okay, I want to move to another country, you need to respect the rules and regulations that are guiding this company. These are the things you need to follow up. You need to avoid conflicts. Whatever they say you should do, unless this thing does not abide or it does not work, contrary to your visa or to to your employment contract. Let's say, for example, if the boss is saying that he wants to sleep with you, no, this is not what we sign up for. I'm not into all this. My job is to do this, my tax is to do this, follow the tax and respect. But when they come, they're going far away from what people discuss in your contract or in your employment letter or in your offer letter, whatever was given to you as a document to sign that, okay, you're working here, then they are going against it. That's why I'll tell that, no, you're not supposed to do this is not your job. But when they give you a tax as the employer, the supervisor, most of the time just behave you like a fool. When they talk, you just do you quietly. It's when it's bad that maybe where the issue comes from is maybe where you're working too much and your overtime is not paid. Maybe you're working too much, you don't have off. You need to also talk to them. You need to get off. You need to be diplomatic with these people, because like I said, you cannot be harsh with them. For example, let's say people in Bahrain, like I was saying, Bahrain, if you work here or if you are working here in the Kingdom of Bahrain, everybody knows each other. One of the most frustrating things about Bahrain is the aspect of mobility. 1 minute, guys. I'm back. Okay, so one of the most frustrating things in Bahrain is aspect of mobility. For example, let's say you are working in a company, you have been working in this company, right? And then you're disobeying the boss, doing all the things that you think that is good for you to do, and then you want to leave, and this boss does not want to open a mobility, or this boss changes his number, or the boss is, they tell you who that will not open a mobility. That is the way that they can use to frustrate people. Mobility. You can get another job, no doubt. It's very easy for you to get another job. You can get another job, you work, but it's when they want to transfer that visa. It's when the new employer wants to transfer that visa. He has to contact a former employer, or you have to contact a former employer to open a mobility. And then the worst thing that can happen to you is that they contact a former employer and the employer does not pick your call, or has changed the number, or refuses to open a mobility. There's nothing you can do. Even if you like, you go to El Maria and report until El Maria is not your sponsor. The person who is your sponsor is your former employer who is your sponsor. He's the person who, everything regarding you. He's the caretaker of you. Let's say, yes, he's the caretaker of you in Bahrain. So if it's like, no, I'm not going to open a mobility, I'm not going to do this. See, there's literally nothing you can do at that moment. You cannot do, even if you say you want to go to El Maria and report, you want to do El Maria. You want to go and report, you cannot go. You cannot do anything. So respect the manager, respect your superior, respect is most important. That word, just respect your staff, respect the organization, whatever rules and regulation they put, respect it. Then your stay in Bahrain is going to be smooth, and your stay in the company, you're going to stay in the company so for long. Like I said, respect. I always spoke about aspect of cleanliness. I spoke about avoiding conflicts, and then sincerity at your job site. Now, sincerity has a lot to play in our daily life. When you come to a company and you're sincere, you're loyal to this boss, you do the things like he or she wants, your stay in the company will be so swift. This, like I said, this happen everywhere. But remember, I talk about Bahrain, so I emphasize a lot about this country. I emphasize a lot about this country because there are a lot of Cameroonians that live here. Not even Cameroon, there are a lot of Africans that live here. And then at the end of the day, they are sent back home because of one thing or another. Like, let's say recently they have deported 182 people back home to their home countries because they don't have their visas. They are not working. They are living illegally in Bahrain, because if you don't have your visa, you're already an illegal person in Bahrain. So this, what I think is, this aspect of mobility that has even made them to, kind of get frustrated because they cannot change their visas and so on. So issue of sincerity and loyalty. Try your possible best to be sincere to your boss. When they ask something, just tell them, because one little lie can make you lose your job. One little lie can deport you back to your home country. Just one little lie that you would have just said the truth. This is another aspect. This is another thing that can make you, not work or not skip your job. This aspect of sincerity. Now let's talk about avoid doing things and hoping that your colleagues are going to cover up for you. Now this aspect is a very important aspect. Your colleagues, not everybody is going to like you at your job site. Not everybody is going to have that, that understanding with you. Not everybody will say, it's Vanessa who did this, let me just cover for you. No. Not everybody is going to do that. Some people will just be like, I will tell this to the manager. There are a lot of people who do that actually, that, when you do something, they want to report to the boss, they want to report to the manager, because they're doing this because they want to gain favor. They think they're doing this to to your colleague, reporting them and so on. They gain favor from your employers. That's what they think. So you doing something in your mind and say that, let me just do it, my colleague is going to cover for you. This is one thing you should avoid when living in the Gulf, because you are working with different sets of human beings, different nationality, different race. Don't expect that, oh, my colleague is going to cover up for me in case I do this. Just do your thing quietly. If you're supposed to do your tax, finish your tax quietly and you move. This will keep you, or this will sustain you in this job for a long period of time. So this is just another way, or this is another thing that you should follow up as an expatriate who is living in the Gulf or living in Bahrain. So these are the most important things that I should talk about, and is going to help you one way or the other. I spoke about the aspects of obeying the rules and the regulations in the company. I spoke about respecting each other's space. I spoke about avoiding having conflict, fighting with your superior, your manager, your boss. Avoid having queries to them. There's a way, there are so many different ways that you can talk to them, and they are going to listen to you. But if you want to fight, you want to show that you're masculine. One thing that happened, like I spoke about it in my video some months ago. One guy was working in the company, right? This guy was working in this company and he was not treated, marginalized? He was not treated well. So he has been reporting this issue to his employer, to the manager. He has been reporting this issue to the manager that, oh, I don't like the way this guy is talking to me. I'm not going to disclose the nationality. I don't like the way this guy is talking to me. He's talking to me rudely. And this person who he has been reporting or he has been complaining about was actually treating him very bad. Another thing is, you have to control your temperament in Bahrain. You need to control, because there are so many times that you need to, give blow to some people, but you have to control it. As a guy, as a lady, you need to control it. We all need to control it. So this guy was working in this company, and this issue had been happening. He had been reporting. One thing that I feel that I think would have solved this problem, or this problem, was that if this guy would have, this guy had ignore this boy. But from all indication, this guy never wanted to ignore this boy. He wanted to, kind of reply him, and if you pinch me, I want to pinch you back, and so on. So if I think that if this guy would have, ignored this person was looking for his trouble just 1 minute, things would have been more better on his side. So this guy had reporting to his superior that, oh, I don't like the way this guy's talking to me. He's so disrespectful. He's not doing this. Is this a lie? So he took matters into his hands. So one time he went for vacation and came back. He's still working in the same company. He went for vacation and came back, and yet this guy was still, kind of disrespecting him and so on. And he slapped the guy. And when he slapped this guy was a black, he slapped a white skin guy. Let's say he slapped a Filipino guy. What happened is they fired everybody who was having a black skin in that company. There's no one to hear any explanation. You see, just because of your one temperament, it can make just because of that one mistake that you did, you just wanted to pour out your frustration, you just wanted to, teach this guy that you are somebody. Just because of that one thing that you did, everybody in the company lost his job. Remember, we are here to look for money to take care of our family, become better people tomorrow. Just because of that one thing that he did, everybody in that company lost their jobs. So this is one thing that you should, put in mind. You're not always going to be favored. You're not always going to be favored. So ignore them, do your job, go home. They'll get you upset, they'll piss you off. Drink water, chill, calm down, ignore them. Because when you will do something, hoping that no, they are going to solve the issue amicably, they will not solve any issue, they'll fire you. And people, they'll start, okay, but these people cannot stay with us because they're going to do they're going to do the same thing to us one day. They're going to do the same thing to us one day, so just avoid them. This is my advice to people who are working in Bahrain. So I hope I have educated you people about this, and I hope that, it's going to help you in the long run, and it's as a guardian to you people who are watching my life. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comment section so I can reply you. Any questions for my viewers? I'm using my YouTube and Facebook, so I cannot really see when I have people on my live on Facebook or YouTube. I cannot see, but I know that there are people watching, of course. I've shared this link to all my family members. So guys, if I don't have any questions from you, then I think I need to step down and do one or two things. I just had to come live to make it brief and bring this topic up, because I thought it's a very important thing to bring up and talk about to my viewers. So yes, this is the part where Nessa says bye, and we'll see you again in my next video tomorrow, same time, same place. Like I said, I'll always be coming live every day since it's Ramadan, and I have time to come live. So I'll be coming live to talk about some important aspects, and so we can discuss. That's if people have questions to ask, we can come live to talk about. But if I don't have questions here, you can ask, you can send out your questions in the comment section. When I'm back, I'll reply to every questions I see. So this is the end part of Nessa's Fantasy. Thank you so much for watching. If you have been watching from the beginning to now, I really, really appreciate you. Take your time to watch my videos. Means I really, really matter to you. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.